Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go, with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Police in Rapid City have arrested a man who allegedly threatened an employee with a knife over the weekend.
Investigators say 50-year-old Angelo Horse was at a business on West Main Street Friday night when he pulled out a knife after the worker asked him to leave. Horse is charged with aggravated assault. No one was hurt.
Sioux Falls police are investigating a weekend crash that damaged 3 vehicles.
KELOLAND News was at the scene and has these photos as police responded to the crash on East 33rd Street and Bonson Avenue around 6 o'clock Saturday morning. A driver allegedly ran into 2 parked cars.
We've reached out to police for updates on their investigation, including information about any injuries or charges. We'll pass that along as soon as it becomes available.
An apartment fire in eastern Sioux Falls took the life of a dog Sunday morning. According to a release from Fire Rescue, it began a little before 9 a.m. in the 400 block of South Thompson Avenue.
Units found smoke coming from an apartment on the first level of the building. The fire was contained and put out within 5 minutes of arrival. There were no civilian or responder injuries. However, a pet dog died as a result of the fire.
Now let's get a check of today's weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. You're watching some storms across the area today, Scott.
We'll have storm development today. We continue to follow a couple of showers, thunderstorms this morning. They are moving east and northeast. We'll get a break. By the midday hour, we can see developing thunderstorms along Interstate 29 and to the east. Anything that develops can become strong to severe quickly, and they will quickly move to the east and northeast as they do develop. So pay attention to the weather as we get into the afternoon across eastern KELOLAND. Temperatures will range from near 60 in Rapid City to near 80 in Sioux Falls. And Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The year-long process of becoming a firefighter with Sioux Falls Fire Rescue starts with an application, and that window opens today. In
addition to submitting an application, there's an entrance exam, oral interview, and conditional employment, which leads to an 18-week training academy. One of this year's cadets says no 2 days are alike, while the job itself is also unique.
It takes a lot of skill sets to do this job, and it brings a lot of people with different backgrounds and different cultures together to work towards the same goal.
I am passionate about helping other people. I have some friends who are also firefighters, so they told me about the job, and so I gave it a thought, and I wanted to give it a chance and see if it was made for me, and it's something that I really love doing.
The application period runs through May 21st, while the training academy doesn't start until January 2026.
We've provided a link with complete details on the hiring process under this story on KELOLAND.com.
It doesn't take much to help someone in need. Just ask former broadcaster Mike Henrikson.
He collects items such as diapers and school supplies for people in need. He also works with other organizations to distribute the items.
It is amazing how much difference a clean shirt and a $20 gift card can make for a guy who's going to apply for a job, or a gal.
He holds the donation drives every 3 or 4 months, primarily at Gibbs Sports Bar and Gateway Lounge.
To stay up to date, you can find Henrikson on social media.
Well, people with green thumbs are in luck. Lewis Drug has officially opened its garden center for the season.
Cooler weather varieties are in stock in the greenhouses right now.
You'll be seeing things that are taking a little bit more cool temperatures coming into our compounds. So when you walk into our compounds, you'll find things like petunias, geraniums, things that'll take a little bit of a cool snap.
Schroeder says they'll be bringing in the tropical plants that require more warmth in the middle of next month.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, watching the thunderstorm chances today. Obviously some nice rain overnight for some of our region. That's been some good news. You can see how this first wave of rain has moved to the northeast. And honestly, that's probably going to be the biggest push of moisture for our region. We'll catch some wraparound today, too, for Pierre and Rapid City. And then, of course, we're going to watch and see what happens on the frontward flank of this system this afternoon. And that's where the severe weather conversation kind of centers around that idea. Some sample rain numbers as of 7 a.m. We're getting reports around Mitchell of close to 3/4 of an inch of rain. I know the totals are even higher than that. A little bit north of Salem. We've had some good rain around Brookings, over ½ inch, even 8,600ths in Marshall. Watertown has picked up almost 2/3 of an inch, over half an inch in Sisseton and Aberdeen, and just cutting southwest of Aberdeen near Miller. Some nice numbers coming in out of that area. That connects west of Chamberlain and Winter. I know those two numbers, they don't look too impressive, but if you march just a little bit to the west of those two communities, we actually had some 1 to 2 inch rainfall numbers last night. Even Buffalo in the northwest had almost 2.5. The very southwest, not so much around Hot Springs. I know we need more rain there. That's a story I'm sure we'll be covering more in the coming days. But in the short-term forecast, this risk of severe weather, there's a big area of enhanced. That's the peach-colored area. The red is the moderate. Those kind of words in our severe weather outlook, that makes it very important that we pay attention to the weather, because if thunderstorms develop in this risk area, the ingredients are there for rapid severe weather development. So it's conditional, and especially when you look at Sioux Falls, which is right on the edge of the enhanced risk. And let me show you what we're looking at for a sampling of information. These scattered thunderstorms this morning are going to have a tendency to kind of break up. We'll kind of see a lull. We're already seeing that evidence as of the 7 o'clock hour. And then my curiosity would be, what do we do here at about midday? If we start to see some thunderstorms firing in a line like that shows, and again, that's been kind of trending that way the last 3 or 4 hours. So I think I'm putting a little more stock in that idea that at least by 12 and 1, there should be some thunderstorms. And then eventually they're going to gather enough strength to become severe as they move east toward Worthington and Marshall in particular. If you're folks watching us in that direction, please watch the weather, because even the tornado parameters are higher than normal today in those areas. And we want you to stay safe and just have a plan. So if you don't have a plan, now's the time to think about that before the potential for severe weather strikes. Otherwise, the weather on the backside of the front, once the wind shift goes through, we're basically looking at just general rains and some clusters of thunder and lightning as we wrap up the day. And tomorrow, of course, a lot cooler, too. That's a big story here as we get into Tuesday. With our time remaining, let's wrap it up here. We're calling for upper 70s and low 80s in southeast Ketherland. And much cooler on the backside of the system here, 60, and a lot of northwest winds in Rapid City, running 20 to 45. Tonight, that clearing line pushes into eastern Ketherland. It's going to be a little chilly tomorrow morning in the low 30s. And then we'll pick up some sun tomorrow, quiet. Highs near 60 to 65 for the vast majority. Some low 70s returning on Wednesday. There could be a couple of hints of scattered rain west of Sioux Falls on Wednesday. We're kind of watching that in our Aberdeen and Pierre forecast. Number-wise, though, pretty good as we enter the month of May. Upper 60s as we head toward Thursday and Friday. Could see some 70s this weekend. And in Pierre and central South Dakota, even the chance of hitting 80 degrees by Saturday and Sunday. Keep in mind, too, though, that the rain chance pretty limited, mainly on Wednesday there in Rapid City. That's your forecast. A lot more information through the day at KetherLand.com.